I've been making face masks, and I kind of fought doing that to begin with. I was doing other things, I have quilts to finish, and if you're like me, over the past few weeks, we've seen at first Europe deal with this pandemic, and then little by little, it got worse in the US, and listening to the different governors and um, hearing the panic in their voice, not having medical equipment. Um, I have a counselor because I have PTSD. I have someone to talk to, and even that isn't really helping. So I fought making face masks because I figured just because I have sewing machines doesn't mean I have to jump into this whole thing and be involved that way. And yet, it has been a little bit therapeutic to make face masks. And then it's not helping, though, in a big sense. It's not helping. I've made quilts for veterans, so I have a sense of when I'm able to help people and when I'm not able to help people. And the face masks are a positive, and they are helping, but it's not helping me. Um, and so I'm just going to throw something out there for you to think about. I have a video up about pencil knitting. And I finally realized why the pencil knitting is important to me over the past couple of days. I have, like I said, the PTSD. I had a car accident, and there's a lot about the accident that I can't talk about that I call unspeakable. I mean, it's such a trauma, you can't even reach it, you can't verbalize it. And when I have a seizure, I lose the ability to speak English because it all goes back to the car accident. It's all unspeakable. And so, I needed some knitting needles. I didn't feel like getting them out. I had two pencils in front of me, and I started using them as knitting. I've put up a couple of face mask patterns, and then I started knitting black. Now, this is not the same as the face mask. This is single strand worsted weight, 16 stitches on two Dixon Ticonderoga pencils. And there is so much in this image that I just want to touch on a few of them. Dixon Ticonderoga has been my favorite pencil like all my life. I've always had them. And last year I realized that they're made in China now. They're not an American pencil anymore. And I started buying, and I'm forgetting the name, I want to say Hargrave pencils because they're made in America. So the Dixon Ticonderogas represent China. And the fact that we're almost dependent on China for everything now, which is horrible. It's just horrible that we don't make many things here. So then we get to black yarn because it's really black days. It's a black mood. No matter how cheery I get, I look out my windows, which now the whole world is quarantined in a way. I've had PTSD for a long time with the car accident. I'm homebound to a great extent, although I can go out, but it's with difficulty. And now the whole world is living like me. And so I look out the window and I just see people dying and people dying, and the death toll keeps going up, and it's unspeakable. It's totally unspeakable. And it's right in front of me, and it finally hit me. Why am I using pencils to knit with? Because I can't write it down. This is so horrible, what we're going through. I can't write it down. You know, everybody journals to get rid of their problems or to work them out. I can't do it. I can write anything else. I can write all kinds of things, poetry, books, patterns. I cannot write this. Pandemic. So this is the COVID-19 scarf. You need to find 2 Dixon Ticonderoga pencils. You need to find some pink pearl, I think they're called wedge cap eraser tops. And you need to make yourself a pair of pencil knitting needles, which are about a size 8.5 or a 9. You need to get black worsted weight yarn. This is Red Heart Super Saver acrylic. And you cast on 16 stitches, knit 2, purl 2, and I have another video up that shows you how to do it, and you make a scarf. This is about, it'll be about 5.5 inches, but the ribbing pulls it together about 3.5 or 4. It's unspeakable. And some veterans know what I mean when I say that, the trauma that they've gone through. You can't talk about it. It's so horrible on such a level, you can't talk about it. In the 27 years since my car accident, this pandemic and the fear and the terror and are we all going to die without a respirator, it's the only thing that's ever come close to being the same level of unspeakable as my car accident for me. So here's some therapy as a suggestion. If you can't talk about it either, knit a scarf. It's the COVID-19 scarf. Like I said, it's on the Dixon Ticonderoga pencils, cast on 16 stitches. Knit 2, purl 2 for as long as you want it. And then when you finish that one, you cast off loosely, and then you start another one. And I think this is a way we can get through something that truly is unspeakable.